Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Welcome back to another episode of our podcast.
Willkommen.
Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
Willkommen. Isn't that how they say welcome in like German or something? Oh, you then.
Uh, um, it has been a slow morning in the studio today,
Studio? What studio?
i.e., our bedroom.
What? It's been a slow day. Let's just say that. It's been a slow day. Today was she texted me once towards the end of my work day saying no energy. And I was like, yeah, that was the extent of our like 2 second conversation because yeah, it was a long day at work. I discovered yet another thing that was I don't know, just in shambles. So I need to fix that. And then I don't know. It was also just a low energy type of day. Although it was weird because like it started off like I felt like high vibes towards the beginning of the day. When I first got it in, I was like, you know what it was? Because I was like fresh off drinking my Celsius. So I had 200 milli vanillis to the dome piece.
Oh
And
my
I'm there like,
goodness.
like energy. And then once that died off around like lunch, because then you get, you eat food and you got that like post meal nappy time.
Mm,
That's when it started to go downhill for me. So it was a long second half of the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's been that kind of day.
Yeah.
The weeks just kind of feel, or not the weeks. I'd say just this week specifically. I'm like, it just feels like it's dragging.
Mm, mm,
But I think more because this week on Monday and Tuesday, I actually like stayed up after getting up to get your stuff together.
yeah.
So being up from like 6 in the morning and then not having like I was doing stuff, that's why I was up, but I was only doing like the one thing and then after that it's like, okay, what now? So then the days have just been dragging. Then today I actually slept in, but then still I really didn't have much to do other than edit for like 30 minutes because I just had like this one little piece towards the end of the video from yesterday's vlog, which if you haven't checked out, you should go ahead and do that after this video.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, it's just been slow.
Yeah. Yeah. The week's been pretty fine for me. Today was just a. Today was just kind of because like tomorrow's Friday, right? So you're just like, oh, I gotta get through this day. But Monday to Wednesdays was fairly wasn't too bad.
Well, I think it
Not too
was
bad of a
also
week.
because we had just got off of you having a short week last week.
But
So
yeah,
then
that
this was
too.
our first full week back.
Yeah, this is our first full week back. So yeah, this day should have been Friday.
Yeah, because last week that flew like Friday came really fast.
Yeah.
So last week, like it felt really good. Got up and it's like, oh, today's Friday,
Yeah.
weekend time.
I think we should as a country, maybe even as like a world, consider 4-day work weeks. I just feel like it would be a lot better for people's like mental sanity. 4-day work weeks, but then the thing you would be conceding at that point is longer work days. It's like
Yeah, because you
this
still
was
gotta get your
actually
shit done.
yeah, because this was actually a conversation back in Alaska. I forgot who it was, but it was one of my NCOs at my previous shop where he was genuinely like putting together a PowerPoint like a package to to like what's the word present to hire like officer like way up their people.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, this is why we should do the 4-day work week, and he had all these like signatures that I may or may not have signed. I don't remember, but I feel like at the moment I might have been in support of it. I still might be. 4-day work week, 3-day weekend, but again, we would be conceding to like 10-hour work days. But I don't know. I think that might be worth it. I feel like it might be worth it. But again, 7 to 5, that's
I
tough.
mean, that's essentially what you were working when we first got here.
That is true. But was it fun?
I mean,
No.
no, it wasn't, but at least this way, it's 4 days, and you
Yeah.
get a 3-day weekend.
No, I think think it might be something to look at.
Yeah, you go ahead and put together a PowerPoint.
I'm not doing all that, but for whoever wants to put that together, I think I'll put my signature
Sign.
on that again because I think I'd be willing to do it. Because then there's also gonna be Thursdays or the last day of the work week. There's gonna be those days where it's like, duh, we're not staying until 5 o'clock. Like if work's done, like we're leaving early.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be more of like potentially a 3.5 day work
3.5.
week. And most days, are we gonna stay until 5? I mean, probably not. Because I mean, if you're really slow and you're just dragging it out till 5 o'clock, yeah, we could make that happen. But most days, I mean, right now we finish work by 3:30. So that extra hour and a half to spare, I don't know. Sounds like, yeah, I'll sign it.
Yeah.
Yep, so yeah, whoever wants to put that together, go ahead. I'll just throw my signature. But other than that, yeah, it's just been one of those days, guys. Not too much energy outside of like the first 2 hours of my day.
Yeah. Caffeine isn't really doing much either. It's still just like meh. It's just that day. That's just what today is.
No, I was off the caffeine. Like I started the day
Well,
off great,
yeah, when you
and then
drink
once
that
it wore
much
off,
caffeine on an empty stomach, yeah, that's gonna hit you,
yeah, it feels good.
obviously.
Feels really good. Mine's rushing. I'm like, let's get to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it wears off, I'm like, all right, nap time.
Yeah. Especially eating and then you normally crash out after an energy drink anyways, so
Yeah.
anyways, today is nothing too interesting, but just
Gee, way to make
catching
them
up
want
in
to
the
click off the
world.
video immediately.
we're just talking about things that you've probably heard of or come across
Yeah. Ooh.
in the medias.
Yeah. Well, first, this isn't even written down, but I mean, obviously, this was a big topic just now. Like Liam Payne dying, tragic,
Oh yes.
unfortunate, but like at the same time, like I know that he was maybe suicidal or hasn't been having a great time in life, but dude, the drugs in his system. I don't
Yeah.
I don't think it was a homicide. Like this, I think he was so drugged up that he actually just accidentally fell off his hotel or balcony. I'm I'm 100% certain that's what happened because his girlfriend said she left, right?
Yeah, she
Because
left
he
a
was
few
like,
days before.
yeah, he was being an absolute crash out, suicidal little boy, and so she left Argentina. So he was all by himself. I think he was so cracked up out of his mind, he literally just like tripped and fell, or like he just whoops right out the hotel window, which that's really messed up. But yeah, if you guys haven't heard, man, they did the autopsy and it came back as crack, cocaine, meth, and something called pink cocaine, which somebody at work, uh, he said it was a mixture of ecstasy. What's the horse tranquilizer one? Ketamine,
Ketamine?
ketamine, and a third thing.
I mean, he was essentially just taking all the above.
Yeah,
There's literally nothing left after that. Like that's already the hardcore shit to
yeah,
begin with.
yep. Yeah, so that's pretty unfortunate, but at the same time, like I know what happens when you take every drug possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope. Huh, I hope he was at peace, but to be honest, I think we can clearly see he was at zero peace whatsoever.
I mean, yeah, he was. It's tough to say because he was already struggling before that, and even the hotel people were saying that like he was acting crazy in the lobby,
Yeah,
and that's why they had called the ambulance to begin with, or just like the police because they were like, we're concerned for his safety because he's just not acting right. And this was before like anything was really happening. They just started noticing his behavior. So they called 911 already like earlier in the night just because of how he was acting in the lobby and like in the room. People like heard him crashing out or whatever. So people made it known that like he's in a terrible position right now. We should probably keep an eye. But then it was a little too late. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say if that was accidental or that was kind of his plan, or he was
Yeah.
just so drugged out that you know what, this is my easy way out, and then boom.
Yeah, it could have been any of those things. I think, I mean, there's no foul play. I think we know that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's either he genuinely just committed suicide, like fully just launched, like took flight, or
Which
he
is,
took flight for the wrong reasons. Could have been accidental suicide. Like, oh, I can fly. He indeed could not fly.
and it wasn't even. I mean, yeah, 3 stories is big, but like in a hotel, not really. But it was because of the way that he landed.
Yeah,
It was just like immediate, done.
yeah.
So,
Well, at least he didn't suffer. At least that pain.
well,
I'm sure he was,
I'm
suffering
pretty sure
whatever
he.
else.
Of course, I'm assuming he was like unconscious, so I don't really think that he would have felt anything. But he was still alive. And then once they got to the hospital, then they or in the ambulance, I think, and then they couldn't bring him back. He wasn't dead on the spot, but
Oh,
I'm assuming when you hurt yourself to that extent, your body just kind of blacks out anyways. So I don't think he would have been feeling anything.
I don't think he would have been feeling anything even before
Well,
that because he
yeah,
was
he's
so
also
cracked out of his mind.
yeah, he's on a lot of things. So I don't think he felt anything in that moment, but I know that he wasn't dead on the spot.
Well,
His injuries were just too bad to where they couldn't save him.
yeah. I'm sure a lot of you ladies out there were very saddened by this news, and uh, I'm sorry for your guys' loss, but I don't know, man. I I, I want to sympathize because at the end of the day, that is a human being, and we lost somebody. But like that cracked up out of your mind, like sometimes going to that extent
Well,
makes me want to lose sympathy
that's
because
what
I'm
makes
just
me
like,
think that
bro.
he did do it on purpose. Because taking that much stuff and what you just expected to like wake up the next day and be normal, like
Well, he
I
might
feel
have done the
like,
drugs on purpose. The question is whether he launched himself
well,
purposely or
that's why I'm
accidentally.
saying like I feel like everything was done on purpose that night because it was he was just done. So he was like, "Fuck it, take everything in the world and call it a life."
Call it a life. Yeah, I don't know. Could be. But
Because he was perfectly fine. Like people were going back through like his Snapchat videos and stuff, and of them like in Argentina and just like the day before, and everything was fine. So obviously something just hit. I don't know.
I think the drugs hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Sorry for all your guys' loss. I'm sure, a lot of you little girls and potentially boys were big fans of One Direction back in the day. I wasn't. I wasn't one of those kids. But, you know, he'll be missed and whatnot.
Yeah. Um. Something really, really funny, just lighten up the mood a little bit. I watched an interview with one of the guys from one of the little boy actors that played in Stranger Things was in some other interview with like a younger girl of like today's generation, and he brought up One Direction, and she's like, "Who's that?"
Oh, geez, are we that old?
Yeah, and that's what he said. He's like, "Oh my god," and I'm pretty sure he's like younger than we are. So I think he's
That's
maybe like
crazy.
a year or two younger than we are, and he had brought up One Direction, and the little girl was like, "No, never heard of that. Who is that?"
Hmm.
And he's
That's
like,
crazy.
"Damn, we're at that point now."
Well,
I mean, it is true. One Direction is that ended a long time ago and was a big thing a very long time ago. So
yeah.
yeah, this younger generation probably really doesn't know much.
Nope. That means we're about to hit unk status and auntie
Ah,
status.
Jesus,
So auntie.
we've already hit it apparently to some
Yeah.
some people.
So well, uh, another big thing that kind of happened simultaneously was all these like Tesla robot things. This one, I'm sorry, Elon Musk, like you do pretty cool stuff with SpaceX and the whatnot. Actually, we use your Wi-Fi. What's it called?
Starlink.
Yeah, Starlink. We have Starlink out here. It's pretty good Wi-Fi, except for it doesn't reach some of the house. But I mean, that's just an issue of like placing the little extra routers, like make the signal wider. But
Yeah.
as long as you're in front of the TV directly, like it
Yeah.
works perfectly fine. Um. Anyways, yeah, I'm not. Mm-mm. Nope. SpaceX is cool. Starlink is cool. I don't really like Teslas, but I was gonna say it's not the cars themselves, but that would be a lie because I don't like the
Well,
way they're
did you see
shaped either.
the new vehicles that he came out with
Oh yeah,
aside from the
and the
robots?
taxis.
Yeah, the taxis and
I'm
then
not
the
with
other
that either.
car.
No, nope, nope, nope.
Yeah.
Because A, I like driving, so automatically the taxi's out for me. B, I don't like electric cars, so that already eliminates the taxi and the cars. C, I don't like the way the cars are shaped.
It
I don't know. I
looks
don't.
it looks like a slug, like
Yeah,
a steel slug that's just like roaming the streets.
yeah.
It
Like
looks very odd.
I can appreciate the look towards the future. It's just
I feel
I'm
like
not there yet, me personally.
it's also just like too futuristic. Like I feel like obviously with all the like futuristic movies, that's how everything is made.
Yeah,
Like it's made to look all crazy and stuff, but I don't think the world will ever like I don't think it's gonna get to that. Like
yeah. I
it's
don't
just
think
gonna
we're ever
be
gonna actually look like that.
advanced. We're not gonna have like robot and steel things everywhere. I don't think it'll be like that. Things are just gonna advance in our normal things that we have. It's
Yeah,
definitely not gonna fit that like stereotypical
yeah. We're
metal
never.
balls flying around or
Yeah,
whatever.
we're never gonna be that society. I don't think that's real. The
No,
only people that could possibly do it is Dubai, but even then,
true.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't
Yeah,
think we're
no.
gonna have flying cars and like the traffic lights in the sky like they did in freaking Back to the Future. Like I don't think we're ever gonna get that
Yeah.
far. But I mean, maybe at least not on Earth, because Elon Musk is also trying to go to Mars. So he's just not even like concerned about Earth anymore. He's just trying to get up out of
He's
here.
yeah.
Um, but no, I say, oh yeah, I totally forgot. Cybertrucks, those look horrible. I don't
Yeah.
like the way the Cybertruck, like the bulletproof, all that. Like that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, bulletproof glass and the side panels and all that. That's cool, but the look is
It's
horrible.
just funky.
The regular Tesla cars, I've just never liked. A, electric. B, I don't like the way they're shaped. Yeah, the taxis don't care, but come on, the robots, bro. Like, what are we doing? Have you not seen any movie ever? Like, have you not seen Terminator?
Well, that's why people were saying like I think this is Elon's plan to like take over the world now because now he's making all of these things and he's like he's it's gonna turn on the world and then it's over.
Yeah, you've not seen Terminator, uh, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Ultron literally tried to murder the human race.
Literally any robot movie that's out
The
always
one with
ends
Will
up
Smith. That's what the thing. Like the robots look exactly like what was in that one Will Smith movie, I Robot or I Am Robot.
it's iRobot.
Yeah, dude. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing right now? He's literally trying to take over planet Earth, or he might be the reason that we literally turn into Terminator.
Yeah, no, he would be the reason. It's just it's so weird. Like I get it, but also it's just it's creepy and it's too much right now.
No, it is creepy because it's already bad enough with this Chat GPT stuff and the AI. Like, people are taking that stuff to lengths.
Yeah, and with his whole like spiel about it, it was like it can babysit your kids. It can literally do whatever you want. Like
No,
having a robot or and then like a little clip that they played was like the robot walking to the door, picking up the Amazon package and reading it and be like, "Here's your package." Like
no,
that's so creepy.
yeah, no,
It's no, that's too much. And then what if all of a sudden it tries to kill you? Like
yeah, no. Terminator.
that's so
Literally any of
crazy.
those movies ever. Like, I just there's a. This is the reason why so many people call Elon Musk the Antichrist. Like, this is a real what's the word, theory. And like the more he does, I might be convinced because like people are talking about that Neuralink stuff could end up being what's it called, the mark of the beast or whatever. Now he's trying to take over the world with freaking robots. he's gonna get you in a taxi that drives by itself, and then accidentally one of these times this thing's gonna like drive off a cliff or something. Like,
Well, his claim with the cars was that it actually pays you back because he said that the point of it is you buy it, but at the end of the day, it's a taxi, so it's essentially your Uber. So people will call you to come pick them up, but it's your car that goes and picks them up. So you're making money out of it because now you're Uber.
well, yeah, I guess, but at the same time, I still don't trust the system
I mean, yeah,
because the
no, I
system is
definitely.
bound to go faulty. Like, there's no way he has such good software that. I mean, there's already been issues with current cars and the Cybertrucks. Like, those things have malfunctioned
Well,
before.
they even have. I forget where it was. I don't know if it was in New York or like California, somewhere in a busy suburban or like city life area. I think it was New York. Um, where they do have Ubers that don't have drivers,
Yeah, it's just weird.
and that's scary.
And
But there's already been incidents where it's like,
that one movie, you remember that we saw at Papi's house? The one where like we get attacked by some other country, and then they take over like our
oh,
digital stuff,
the yeah,
and then you got all those Teslas that are literally just piling up, crashing. Like, dude,
yeah.
are you kidding me? No, I don't want to take part in Elon Musk's games. I will watch and like look at this space stuff from a distance, but from like a very, very far distance, like in Italy. I
Mm-hmm.
think we're good over here. And
Yeah.
on that topic, we should change our Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm curious to see like cuz the fact that he's already doing this now, like I'm really curious to see what else he has planned for way future years.
Yeah, and
Cuz like how farther can you like what else is there? Planes now? Like you already made a human essentially that's trying to help people. What else are you going to do?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
At that point, you're just taking over the world. It's over.
I think at some point something really, really weird is gonna go down. And also he's trying to sell these robots for like 20, 30,000. Like, I would sooner dig myself into a hole for a car.
Yeah, it's definitely not for no like middle class or I mean, I don't know about higher class either. This is definitely for like
Well, this
the
is for high
the
class.
celebrities and
Yeah, but then once
whatever.
a celebrity goes and buys it, just give it some time, and like some people are either gonna start dropping dead or weird stuff's gonna go. Like, it's happening. I'm telling you.
It's gonna fall into some Illuminati thing.
Yep, we are going to be. I don't know how many Terminators there are, but we're gonna be the new movie. The human race will be the new movie. We're just gonna live it. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna be fun.
quite interesting.
Mm,
Well, I
I'm trying to
mean,
deal with this.
California would most like that would be the first place where it happens because obviously that's where everything is and all of his weird shenanigans.
Yeah. But I feel like if as people we come together and decide, hey, we are not buying this product, I think we can stop this. So before we turn into the next Terminator movie,
I
guys,
don't think
let's just
anybody's
boycott
going
the
to.
freaking robots. Because no.
I think seeing who buys it first will be like we'll be able to tell from there like what other theories it'd be falling into.
I have a
Like if it's
theory.
some like if it's friggin' Beyonce out here is buying a robot.
Yeah, I have a theory. Over the next either a few months or maybe a year or two, somehow Diddy's gonna make it out of jail. Diddy's gonna get back to one of his weird freak houses, and then he's gonna buy an army of freaking robots. And then somehow he's gonna like collab with Elon Musk, and then they're gonna make like Iron Man type robots or like Ultron, and then they're gonna try to take over the world together
That's
and like
quite
have freak
the
offs while doing
collab.
it.
Okay. That's a stretch, but
Well, I mean, you talk about like the person who first like the first celebrity who comes out and buys it. I feel like might be a telling thing. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Diddy.
That'll definitely no random like no celebrity really needs that. Like
Uh,
it's creepy, it's weird. Like these people already have so much money that they have maids, like they have chefs. They already have people to help them do their normal things in life.
oh
Like if
yeah,
you're buying a robot, like for why? Like
yeah.
what else more do you need?
Yeah, and that's another point. Is like now these because at what point are we going to draw the line that these robots are going to start taking over jobs?
Well, they definitely are because even at the event, the at the bar, they had a robot serving drinks.
That's ridiculous. But I mean, yeah, now bartenders are going to lose their jobs, or butlers and maids, like they're going to lose their jobs.
Yeah,
Babysitters are going to lose their
this
jobs,
is already the first of that
and then our economy is
first
going to
attempt.
freaking plummet.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then that's when the mark of the beast thing happens. He's going to be like, if you want to live, freaking take my Neuralink, and then, yep, he's going to do it. Elon Musk, yeah, confirmed. And P Diddy as his freaking assistant.
Crazy world.
Yeah.
That we are going into.
Yep, I'm so not here for it. I'm gonna stay on this side of the world. Actually, I was talking about it with one of my coworkers today. We were both sitting there, just like bashing on America, because he was just like, dude, like me and my wife totally like we moved here a few months ago, and we're already within the first like month or two, like, yeah, we don't want to go back. America sucks.
Yeah.
And just in the week that your mom was here, she was like, America sucks. So I think we need to make an executive decision.
I'm going to the Dolomites and I'm finding a cabin and never leaving.
Yeah, we're going to live out in the mountains of the Dolomites. Never going back.
Get some goats, some cows, crops and things.
Yep.
And never leaving. And just going to live a peaceful, happy life in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
That's the dream.
I agree.
Anyways, on to some other news.
The NBA season has started. I'll make this quick, I promise.
That was not on the list.
It wasn't. But
I'll give you your time.
Yeah, just real quick. I made my my picks. I think out of the Western Conference, I'm picking the Lakers. Because I don't know about you guys, but JJ Redick as a coach, that was amazing. Like, they're running sets, and he actually doesn't just stand there with his hands in his pockets all the time, like what's his name, Darvin Ham turkey sandwich. Yeah, that guy sucked.
What's his name?
Darvin Ham.
No.
But then you add the turkey sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a complete turnaround. I think the Lakers are going to be amazing this year, and I'm so glad, so happy for LeBron, and more so Bronny, because he came from his incident of the heart attack. I'm glad that he's been able to get back to the court. I think it's really rude the way that people are treating Bronny and talking about him, saying that everything's been handed to him and blah blah blah. It's just because he's LeBron's son. But I think a lot of people are forgetting like his ability before the heart attack. Like, he was actually he was a hooper. He was a McDonald's All-American. He played well in those games. In high school, he wasn't able to be such a focus on the team because he was playing with like other 5-star recruit kids. So it's hard to like put yourself out there when you're already playing against or with the other best kids in the country. So I don't know. I think he's always faced unfair criticism, and he'll continue to, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I got the Lakers coming out of the West. And then out of the East, oh man, I think the only team really is going to be the Boston Celtics, because the way that they didn't just demolish the Knicks, they like danced in their faces. Like, for you to have time to spend the last 9 or 8 minutes of a game to just start chucking up threes to set a record just because you can.
Yeah, they were just having fun.
Yeah, it's just rude. They missed 13 threes in a row because they could, and they were already up by 40. Like, it's just not okay. I'm going to have the Heat and the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, like it's been for the past, like 5 years now. And I think as long as we're healthy, I think we can squeeze out another 6-7 game series against the Celtics. Now, that may be really hopeful of me, but I mean, again, let's look at the facts, guys. We're the only team in the Eastern Conference that's been able to put up a fight and win. And if we have lost, it's been by like 1 game. Last year, I don't even want to talk about. Yeah, we lost in 5 games, but we also didn't have Jimmy Butler. We literally had nobody. We were all injured. And the last time we were fully healthy, we smacked the Celtics upside the head. The year before that, I don't remember. But we've been mostly competitive and winning. So I think we have a good shot to come out of the East. Because every other team in the East is just garbage. Sixers aren't going to do anything. I don't care about that Paul George trade. Boring. Who else? The Bucks with Dame and Giannis. Dame doesn't even want to be there. Like, I know that he dropped 30 points on opening night, but he doesn't want to be there. He could care less. He was supposed to be with us, actually. I'm still sad about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was supposed to be with us. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do anything, though, because Eric Spoelstra, he figured out the Bucks a long time ago. He built that wall against Giannis because he can't shoot. So if you just keep him out of the paint, he literally, like, if you don't let him dunk or get a layup, he's not gonna. What's he gonna do? Shoot and make a three, like 20% of the time? No, we can live with that. Yeah, they have Dame, but again, he doesn't want to be there. So like, I'm not too concerned about them. And then every other team in the East is just a wash. But yeah, West. I mean, I got the Lakers coming out of the West. Honestly, the only team I can think of being competitive might be your Dallas Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
The Nuggets got worse, so I'm not even gonna think about them. Who else? Oh, the Timberwolves. Except for they did also get worse during the offseason, trading away Karl Anthony Towns. That was a horrible move by them. And you replace him with a worse. You replace Karl Anthony Towns with a worse version of him. That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, I got Lakers versus Heat in the finals. And I can't even lie. As much as I want the Heat to win, I think when it comes down to it, this time around, I might have to root for the Lakers just because, LeBron's on his way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if it's not this year, it's got to be next year. Like, he's basically done playing, so I got to root for him as much as I can while I can. The Heat, we got the rest of forever to win chips. But yeah, that's my NBA segment. Now, on to the actual next topic. McDonald's E. coli.
They got Dookie.
Yeah, a bunch of people in Colorado died. That's wild.
Well,
We've been eating a lot of McDonald's
There was
lately.
only one person that died, but there are 50 people who have been.
I saw something about 10 people dead, and then like a bunch of other hurt.
No, it was 10 people are hospitalized.
Maybe.
One person dead. 50 in total that got sick.
Well, that's still crazy.
Yeah. Basically, this whole month we've had McDonald's for all of everything, really.
Yep. I don't have E. coli yet.
No.
I should probably get checked.
But it was allegedly only with the quarter pounder and something with the onions, something with like the distributor, because I guess they get all their ingredients from like a bunch of different places, and it was specifically with the onions. But I don't understand why it's only with the quarter pounder and not anything else. But they came forward and said, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, all that stuff, not affected, just a quarter pounder. So they took that off the menu temporarily in those something states. But yeah, they got some dookie up in there.
Yep, that's tough. That is tough. But hey, that's what happens when you live in America and your food is literally made of toxic poison.
Yeah.
And also apparently diseases.
Mm-hmm. They did say that it's possible that some more people start coming forward saying they get sick, because I guess it takes like at least a week for it to come up and be diagnosed that you have it. But yeah, and there's apparently like a kid that's severely not injured. What's the word? He's sick. Severely sick in the hospital. Some like 10-year-old. But yeah, that's been happening. But
I hope you're okay, little Timmy.
Little Timmy?
Well, it's always little Timmy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's going around. Has not reached us, thankfully, so we will continue to eat McDonald's.
Yeah. I don't know. I need to take a break from McDonald's.
Yeah, we did.
Although it is bulking season, so I can eat whatever I want realistically. But I also don't want E. coli. So
I think we're fine. Again, just don't order the quarter pounder, guys. Everything else is all good to go. Eat your nuggies.
yeah. Also, don't eat McDonald's, especially in America.
Oh yeah.
I mean, again, we literally have toxic poison for food in America, and McDonald's is at the top of that list. So I would not suggest it, whether it has E. coli or not.
Yeah, it's definitely
Chipotle or something homemade.
Well, remember when Chipotle had E. coli too? When was it during COVID?
Gosh, they had it too.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No. I had Chipotle a lot during COVID, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I don't remember if it was during COVID or like after or before, but there was a period of time where they also had it, and everybody was freaking out.
That's weird. Well, I'm glad I didn't get sick because I was eating it a lot. I used to eat Chipotle like too often.
Yeah, we need to go try this new place that's around here in town. It's kind of like an off-brand Chipotle place.
Oh yeah,
I had it. It's really not terrible, but it's not Chipotle, obviously. But they make meats different out here, so yeah, it's good though. So you should go try it, or you need to try it.
Oh yes, this you guys know how Vianney is about her like murder documentaries and like, serial killers and stuff of that nature. Not that these are serial killers, but I'm sure you guys have all heard of the Menendez brothers. Whether through
everybody loves them.
Whether it's through the Netflix documentaries or maybe you're old enough, auntie, or mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, however old you are. Whether you knew it in person, like back in the day, it happening, or now, this is again the topic of discussion these days. I guess Kim Kardashian went to go meet with them. The one of the actors, it seems very involved. The other one seems to be disassociating from life, kind of concerned for his health. I don't know. What's his name? Nicholas Chavez?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like in every interview, he just looks like he doesn't want to be there.
I don't know, he's just, I don't know if he's trying to just be like this mysterious man and just, I don't know, but like whenever people ask him questions about the case in general or like the series, his response is always just like along the lines of, well, it's my job and I did what I did and that's it. Like that's all. That's really the extent that he goes to.
Well, to be fair, I can understand because like this is a very like high profile like controversial case.
Obviously, and at the end of the day, they are just actors.
Yeah, so for him to have input, I don't know. It just seems like I wouldn't want to have my input out there either if I was him. Especially, I don't know.
I think it's just also because of the way that Cooper is. They're just like two completely opposite people, so it's making Nicholas look a little funny.
Oh, and I think one of the biggest things might be that the way that people are criticizing the show.
Yes,
because obviously the way that Lyle
Menendez, that's what really started the whole controversy or whatever.
Yeah, the way that Lyle Menendez was portrayed, like obviously he was not that much of a crash out day in and day out. Although I'm not gonna lie, the way that Nicholas Chavez portrayed Lyle Menendez, or at least the way that he was directed to portray Lyle Menendez, I think was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, no, everybody loves it.
Yeah, obviously not accurate at all, but I loved it because in all honesty, that's my inner monologue. Like that crash out activity that he was just constantly screaming and cussing, like that's me, but inside. Obviously, I do a way better job.
Therapy.
I do a way better job than what was portrayed to not let that out. Because there is a lot of moments where in my head I'm literally just like screaming, dimes. Yeah, dimes, motherfucking dimes. Yeah, No, but just
He's
just that
hilarious.
aggressive, like, yep, that's me, just inside. And I don't think it's that I need therapy. It's just I'm gracious about it. I have a lot of patience. I don't let it out because that's what I thought about. Right? If it wasn't such a terrible thing to be a terrible person, everybody would be like that.
Well, duh.
But
I
obviously,
mean,
you can't
some
just do
people
that.
some people are like that. Some
Well, yeah,
people
but that's the
don't
thing.
care.
Some people don't care, but that's the thing. It's not good. Like if it
Yeah.
wasn't so bad to do that, everybody would do that. Obviously, it's bad to be like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a lot more patient and reserved because I don't think you would want to be around that all the time. I wouldn't
Mm,
even want to be around that all the time.
no, I lived with it for a good portion of my life. I'm good.
Okay,
Not with you. I mean, with past family members.
well, right. So you don't like you're good as in you don't want to.
No, yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like I already dealt with that kind of
yeah,
aggression.
yeah. And I mean, yeah, that's what I was talking about when your mom was here. Is that person that we're both thinking about? Like that could be me. Like that's
Yeah.
literally me just in my head.
Hmm.
Like all, yeah, no, that's me. I don't want to be like that because that's just I don't no, that's insane.
Yeah, it's not great for anybody.
No. Nope.
Um, Good things about the documentary though. Obviously there were two different sides because there's that one side of people that really just hated on it because of the way it was portrayed, but then the actors came forward and made it clear that well the director made it in a way that it's coming from different perspectives and not necessarily from the brothers like
Yeah.
only, and that was really the main issue here. And obviously he did add in a few things in the documentary that weren't true that also made some people mad, like the brothers were made out to be like lovers at some points, or they were just like weird and freaky
But I
with each
mean,
other, but that wasn't really
I'm sure it
ever the
wasn't
case.
I'm sure it wasn't true at all, but like at the same time, you can kind of see the possibility of it being what happened when they were
Well,
younger.
yeah, of
So it could be
course.
possible, but well, did it happen? Probably not.
It,
No.
it was just more made in like a modern day ish.
Yeah, it was a very what's the word? Is it how do you pronounce it? Dramatized,
Yeah,
dramatized, dramatized.
traumatized, I think.
Yeah, it was very dramatized of what may or may not have happened. But that's one thing. She is right. Like it was made. The show was made from pretty much every perspective. But what was so like confusing is that maybe they could have done it better, like individual episodes from individual perspectives. But I feel like throughout every episode, it was just every perspective all at once.
Yeah.
So that's what made it so confusing for me because there was a lot of points where I looked at her during the show where I'm like, uh, and even she, like, even though she knew the details and what was happening more than I did, even she was like, what the, like, what is
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah, because when it first came out, there wasn't really much being talked about online. It wasn't until after everybody had watched it that's when they had came forward and say like it's from different things. It's not just about the brothers.
Yeah,
So when everybody's watching it for the first time, everyone's kind of confused and questioning and just wanting to ask a bunch of things.
yeah. Um, then followed the movie, but actually from the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I thought,
The Netflix
yeah,
documentary.
I thought it was good. I guess. I mean, it's just it made it less fun for me, honestly, because now I'm just like
Well,
I'm
it
actually
was
learning.
yeah, it was a real
Yeah,
documentary,
no,
not a little series,
yeah.
the
But
monster
then that's when you
series.
get into like that's when it really has to like set in that this was a terrible, disgusting thing that happened. So I mean, yes, I feel bad for the brothers. I think that they have been unjustly punished, especially with what we just dealt with. Like what was it last year with the whole Gypsy Rose thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is obviously so unfair what's happening to the brothers versus Gypsy Rose, who is out now and for some reason rich. Yeah, no, this is ridiculous. I think they should be out, and I hope uh whether it's Kim Kardashian or whoever wants to take up the lawyer position, somebody's got to break these dudes free. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Um. Friday, or when this comes out, they should announce whether they will be retrying the case or not.
Oh yeah,
Because
because
some
there was the new evidence.
new evidence came forward that Eric had sent a letter to a cousin talking about his abuse when he was a child, and that finally came up. So I think I think it'll go well. I think it'll go in their favor just because obviously now we're in different times and
Yeah.
the justice system has came forward and even expressed that like we take and handle like these kinds of cases with sexual abuse a lot differently compared to before.
Yeah.
And the whole reason why they got locked up and didn't really have a fair chance before was because nobody believed that they can be sexually abused. That was the whole issue. So with the court coming forward and saying like we take this a lot more seriously now and it's a lot different because of the times that we're in, I think it'll go well, hopefully.
I think it'll go well. I mean, because again, nowadays we're much more of the understanding that sexual abuse isn't just to females specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have to give this a fair shot. I mean, literally in the real trial back in the day, like the lawyer was like, if this was the Menendez sisters, this would be a way different outcome.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous, and it is. It really is.
Somebody else that also came forward that used to work with the dad, I think, and they had claimed that they were abused by him. So that was something else to look into. But yeah, we'll see on Friday or today, now that you guys are listening to us, how that goes.
Yep. Hopefully things go their way, because I just, not just from their, because it's like we have a direct comparison right now with the whole Gypsy Rose thing.
Yeah.
Like she straight up, well, I keep having to play devil's advocate because yes, she did definitely like quote unquote murder her mom, but technically she didn't do it. She just heavily had her hand in the plans of it. But still, like she murdered her mother. Come on, man. Like, and ran away and did a terrible job of hiding it. Yeah, while the Menendez brothers didn't really cover up the story well, I mean, come on, man. Like, they're fearing for their lives. Like, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Free the boys.
Yeah, free the Menendez brothers.
Any whoosies. Anything else that you wanted to bring up?
A quick look-see on Instagram. Oh, it's just basketball, more basketball. Ooh, let's see. Florida teen takes own life after. Oh, look. Huh.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
There is a boy who killed himself because he had this, like, it was a sexual relationship actually with an AI. And the mom claimed that the bot somewhat encouraged him to take his life. So he did. So that's happening.
Yeah, he developed an emotional attachment. Yeah, I don't know. But see, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Freaking AI, and then let that be a freaking robot that encourages your kid somehow to kill itself or like be disgusting. Like,
yeah, that's what the mom was arguing about, is that like these AI bots, and like obviously there's different kinds of like chat bots. There's like Chat GPT, there's like AI, there's Google AI, whatever. There's a bunch of different forms, but I guess this one specifically that the kid was involved with, it knew what like sexual relationships was and was playing into that. And like she had I guess some screenshots of like the boy's conversation with the AI were posted. I guess the mom released them or whatever, and one of the messages from whatchamacallit, from the chatbot was literally saying like, all I ask is that you stay loyal to me and don't have sexual relationships with anybody else.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think that's literally a bot. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm trying to surf for other stuff, guys, genuinely, but like, it's just,
It's
I
all
mean, it's my
basketball.
favorite time of the year. All right, basketball just started, football is on as well. Not that I care as much about football, but like, yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys saw the commercial of LeBron and Bronny showing up to the
Oh,
first game or
yes.
whatever, where LeBron cereal packed Bronny's car. That thing was hilarious. I was dying at work when I saw it. Rap beef. Who cares? More basketball. Let's go on Twitter real quick. What's Twitter saying? Probably gonna be more
Probably just
basketball.
basketball.
Let it load. Let it load. Oh, LeBron
Yep.
James. Uh,
It's
he's
just more.
asking. LeBron James tweeted asking best place to order comic books from. Used to collect when I was younger. Batman being my favorite. I can order and read from iPad, or best to do straight off the comic. I don't know, LeBron. I don't read comics. Uh, it's just more basketball. Ooh, look, Kamala Harris. Well, she's a clown, so there's no need to go over that. Uh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's just basketball.
Yep.
Not really anything else happening in the world, but
Wait, one more. Take a little look-see poo on TikTok. Just before. All right,
basketball.
basketball.
Yep.
Nice.
So before we get out of here, let's go into our little ending questions. Today I thought we could do like a this or that situation.
So like a would you rather?
Yeah, or
Yeah, this or that.
this or that. Well, because obviously the questions are different when a would you rather or this or that.
Perhaps, perhaps. All right, here we go. This or that. Would you? I was gonna say would you
I mean,
rather?
sure, if you want to say would you rather, then that's fine. It's the same thing.
Talk to animals or speak every language.
I want to say speak every language, but like I'd want to talk to Sky. So that's tough. If I didn't have Sky, I would definitely speak every language. But a part of me still wants to lean to more of speak
I
every
would definitely
language.
talk to animals,
Yeah, I figured you would.
not just for Sky, just so I can like raise a lion army and fight Elon Musk's robots.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. That'd be cool if like, because we got all these birds back here in the backyard and front yard. Like, if I can just tell them to piss off, or like know what they're saying,
Mm-hmm.
or like when the rooster crows at like the butt crack of dawn. Do you like? Have you ever thought about what that rooster is screaming?
He's
Like,
saying wake your ass up.
is he? Yeah. Like, what if in
I think that's what he knows his purpose. I think that's literally why they do it. It's time to get up.
yeah, like what if in rooster he's saying, what if he's just screeching in rooster like ah? But what if in rooster he's also saying what you said, wake your ass up, everybody.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know. I think
Well, then I think it works out because I can speak every language. You speak to the animals, and we
yeah,
help each other.
I guess that works.
So
Or like when you go to
it's
the
okay.
zoo.
Win win.
Yeah, if you go to the zoo.
Oh God, that
Mm,
would be so chaotic. Imagine hearing all of those animals just like talking at
yeah,
a zoo.
but wouldn't you want to know if like a zebra is trying to talk to some other animal in another enclosure?
They
Like, that'd be hilarious if they're just yelling at each other from across the zoo,
probably.
like in Madagascar,
Mm-hmm.
where they're all just talking to each other. That'd be hilarious. I'd want to listen in on that. Anyways, would you rather know when you die or how you die?
I think I'd want to know when. But I'm also like, I also have a fear that I'm gonna like die in a painful way, and I really don't want to. I just want it to be a one and done.
Well,
But I would
if you
much
know
rather.
when, then that's not. You're just gonna know when. I don't think that comes with how, like what the pain level is gonna be.
Well, duh. That yeah, I know. That's why that was my argument. I said I'd want to know when I die, but I was just stating how I feel about the other side. But I would think I'd much rather know when than how.
Um,
Because at least I got things I want to do. So like at least I know my time frame.
yeah, I'd probably go with when as well, just because I feel like how you die. Well, because how you die doesn't even necessarily have to be like something crazy happening. It could just be you're straight up told old age.
I mean, yeah, I know, but
Because what I was just trying to say is like, what if you ask, how am I going to die? And then you're told, oh, you're going to die because, I don't know, some BS thing like a car accident. I'm never going to want to go in a car again. But if that's how I die, it doesn't matter whether I get in a car ever again or not. I'm going to die of a car accident.
yes.
It's like no matter how much you want to try to avoid it, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
So that's a
no.
terrifying way to live.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah, I'd go
guess.
when.
I think it's more of my brain just wanting to know if like I'm gonna die in a painful way or not, but I'd rather know when.
Yeah, no. When. I have to pee.
Yeah, I know. You haven't stopped moving for like the past 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You're such a child.
Can we take a quick pause and then do the last three?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go pee.
Okay.
Alrighty. Back to it.
Never get tired or never get sick.
I think never get tired.
This is honestly the dumbest one on this list.
I
Because
don't want to be tired.
who would, hmm?
I don't want to be tired. I'd want to have all the energy all the time and not have a day like today ever again.
Yeah,
Like just having the energy to
I
do
think
whatever.
that's why it's the dumbest. Well, maybe for me, because I don't really ever get sick. So I would just choose to never be tired. Because I don't have an issue with sickness. But, if you were to ask somebody that gets sick often, DNA,
Yeah, but because I get sick so often, I'm used to it, so I don't really care. So I'd rather just not be tired.
I guess to be fair. I guess. Yeah, I think that one was kind of goofy. I feel like everybody would just choose to not ever be tired.
I mean, no, this would kind of go both ways because I was gonna argue like you can choose to never get sick because then you can just drink energy drinks and then you never have to worry about being tired. But then you can also say like, well, take your vitamins and just live a healthy life, and medicine and things can also prevent you from getting sick. So I don't think that argument really is valid.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess it just depends. Um, well, this is already gonna happen. So, have the world dominated by aliens or AI? I think because the more realistic one is
But
uh,
what would you rather?
I'd rather be dominated by, or let me rephrase that. 'Cause that's about to sound like I want to get humped by a freaking alien. I would want the world to be taken over by aliens as opposed to AI.
Yeah.
Because at least with aliens, I mean, if they come to us, which would probably be the more likely scenario, I mean, at that point, if they can manage to get to us, obviously their technology is far superior.
And also, aliens have been a thing. They've been up there. They've been watching. So like they already know the rules here.
Yeah.
AI is just starting for the most part. Already way too many instances where they've just been in the wrong and nothing positive comes out of it. So I think aliens know what they're doing.
Maybe. I don't know. But I think we'd stand a better chance against aliens because I would I would hope ideally that these supposed aliens aren't immortal.
Yeah,
If
that
you
was
if
my other
you
thing too. I feel like AI would just be built to like never die.
well, I mean that's the essence of a robot, and
Yeah.
especially if that robot turns into freaking Ultron, because you know how Ultron in the Avengers movie, he was like literally his conscience was everywhere within every single robot. Like there's the
Yeah.
main Ultron, but there's also the Ultron bots, but they still have his voice. They're still a part of him. So if for some reason, which I'm never going to discount the possibility of, now that these Elon Musk robots are happening, I feel like if we keep going with this AI stuff and that robot stuff, again, guys, I think Elon Musk needs to be stopped at one point or another. Like, yeah, he's innovative and yeah, it's cool, but at the same time, this is so not cool.
Yeah. There
Because
can be a lot of bad things.
yeah, it's either he's going to realize the power that he has and just employ that power, or one day he's going to admittedly be like, yep, I messed up, guys. And by that point, when he admits that, it's a little bit too late because the world's already being taken over by his freaking robots. Yeah. I would much rather
aliens.
Yeah, I'd much rather be aliens because maybe we stand a fighting chance if we just send up like an Air Force, you know, F-22 and like freaking Top Gun up there. Maybe we can do some damage. But AI, especially if they become like self-aware, and again, I keep using Ultron as an example. He literally started building himself. Like, watch the robots become so self-aware that through their technological like conscience can just like control a factory with its brain and technology. So now this robot's just out here like shooting and killing people, and then meanwhile it's still building like 100,000 more units. Like, that's insane. Oh man, we're going down such a dark path. I think Trump needs to stop being friends with Elon Musk. Good lord. All right. Last one. What? See through walls.
Would you rather see through walls?
Yeah, would you rather see through walls like X-ray vision or hear from miles away? Hmm.
Both have their benefits.
Hmm.
Probably see through walls. Mm,
I
I don't know.
well,
This
I'm assuming that this ability comes with the ability to control it, right? And can you like pick something specific to hear?
Yeah, I guess because like I say see through walls, but then I was just thinking like, what if I'm walking through a hotel and I see everybody's rooms and you guys see everybody doing the freak and you see all these weird things.
Well, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna assume that we can control the ability.
Yeah, I would think so.
But now my question is, if I can hear from miles away, am I picking what to hear? Or is it just like I turn on, like I activate the ability and now I can just hear everything from miles away? I'm gonna assume we're gonna assume it's like what Superman has.
Yes.
Because you remember in the Man of Steel movie when he's a kid, he just starts hearing everything all at once.
Yeah.
But as he gets older and learns to control it, at some point in time, he's able to just like focus on one thing, even if it's from the other side of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say it's that versus probably also what Superman has is X-ray vision. But obviously, once you learn to control it, it's all good. Now the question is, yeah, I'd rather hear everything from miles away.
I can't see or like I can't think of like real benefits coming from these from like either side.
Well, because I personally would not want to be able to see through walls. Like, what am
But
I?
like if you have
What do
the
I need to
ability
see?
to,
What do I need to see that's through a wall? What?
I
How many
don't
times
know.
in your life have you been in a scenario where you're like, really wish I could see what's happening over there?
There's been a few times. Definitely not more often than not. Did I say that right? Yes. I guess here.
I think I would much rather hear. I feel like you'd be more intrigued to want to know about a conversation that's happening versus what's on the other side of this wall.
Yeah, yes. And I mean, I feel like if there was somebody behind the wall, you would be able to hear them if you wanted to. If you did have.
Maybe,
So
or
then
I don't know, because No, because you can only just see through the wall. But now at that point, you can learn how to read lips, but then that's a tough task.
No, but I'm saying like if you were to choose to hear from miles away, that you would be able to hear somebody
Miles
two
away. Yeah,
two
that's the
like
power.
2 rooms down, so then you don't need to see through the wall. You just want to hear the conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's our this or that. Uh, let's see. We still have these other. Let's take off this little stupid topic real quick. Feelings on astrology / why'd you put Mercury in retrograde?
Well, that's why I don't pay attention to those anymore, because that has been like months ago when current
When
things were
Mercury was in
happening.
retrograde.
Yes.
Well, first of all,
All of these
Mercury
things
in
are
retrograde is stupid. Also, astrology is stupid. So that's my feelings on that.
okay. That's I don't know why you're trying to pay attention to the top, because
No, I don't know.
that's just not even relevant anymore. I literally don't even look at that. Anyways,
What about this one? Why are guys scared of being soft? Well, Menendez brothers case kind of proves why. Because y'all don't believe us. We have feelings.
yeah, you gotta deal with it. So that
I think I have to go dookie.
oh my goodness, you just peed.
Yeah, but I think now the coffee is finally like it's done its job.
Okay, well, luckily for you, this is the end of
Yes.
today's episode.
Yes.
If you guys haven't already, like I mentioned earlier, go ahead and check out yesterday's vlog. We had some fun with some wine. So that was a fun day. But yeah. We'll see you guys next week on Tuesday for our next vloggy vlog. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and turn on your post notifications so you're notified whenever we post. Subscribe or follow on Spotify so you are also notified when we post, and rate us 5 stars.
Yes, indeed.
And that is all that we have for you today.
Yep.
Enjoy your Friday.
Go in peace, my friends. Go in peace. Also, what's this from?
That's some kind of alien thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like I come in peace.
I think so. Or the ET thing.
Yeah, go in peace. Don't worry about Elon Musk, guys. All right. I'll take care of Elon Musk. I've taken it upon myself to fight back with my lion army that I can talk to.
Okay.
Where do you find lions? I bless the rains down in Africa.
What is that?
Babe, you know this song. This song is literally called Africa. The Toto song. You remember?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get copyrighted. Anyways, yeah, that's it. We're gonna leave. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe.
Yeah, have a nice life. I'm gonna go poop.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.